Hey, what's up, YouTube? It is Melanie back with Melanie Loves Death Metal, and reissue season is in full effect with Relapse and Nuclear Blast right now. They have been pumping out the reissues these last several months, even from the beginning of the year, and I'm loving it because these are all things that I've wanted to own on vinyl, and I'm finally able to get them. A lot of them have been out of press for a long time, and they sell for stupid amounts on Discogs, so I'm happy. So this video is going to be less talking about the music and more talking about the fact that I finally have these in my collection in terms of as a record. I've only owned them on CD previously, and I'm going to show them off to you so you can see what's being reissued. Now, some of these are still available on the websites for Relapse and Nuclear Blast, and then and for the most part, others have sold out and they're hard to find. And you might have to go and search through distros. I think for the most part, let's see here. There might be probably one that is going to be a little bit tougher to find. The rest are probably still in stock. I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna start with the Relapse ones because that's what I have most of. But I do have two Nuclear Blast reissues that just came out recently as well. I also showed off all the Hypocrisy ones that have come out. So there's a video for that. And then earlier in the year, Relapse also reissued two Suffocation EPs, Human Waste and Despise the Sun. And then they also released a couple of Nile albums that I didn't have on vinyl. Amongst the Catacombs and Black Seeds of Vengeance. So those came out. I snagged those. I showed them off in this collection update. Or on my channel. But today we've got a lot from Relapse. Relapse has also reissued pretty much the whole entire Dying Fetus discography. I know that they've recently reissued a couple of the Pig Destroyers earlier this year. They're doing Suffocation now. They're working on Nile. There's just a lot. They've been pumping out a lot, and I'm happy because, again, these are all things I've always wanted to add to my collection in terms of the vinyl side of things. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to just move this mic to kind of, I don't know, whatever. I need to adjust my setup again. It's just not that ideal for showing off records. But the first one is, this one actually wasn't very hard to find in terms of being able to be found on Discogs for a decent price up until recently. Recently, it kind of was harder to find, a little bit more scarce. But they reissued it again, and people were happy about it because I think it is definitely one of the better albums in their discography. They're not bad albums in the discography at all. Like I think Suffocation has one of the best death metal discographies out there. But some albums are just better than the other. But anyway, they did do another reissue of Souls to Deny. And this is a custom half and half splatter edition. So I will just quickly show you what they look like and then move on to the next one because everybody's heard this album. Everybody knows this album. I don't need to talk about the music here. So it comes with the printed inner sheet. It's pretty much like the last issues that have come out. I do have the plain black one, but mine's warped pretty badly. I think when I first moved down to Florida, my records sat in a moving truck for several days, and a lot of them kind of got ruined and stuff, so it was not that great. I was very upset about it. But yeah, and one of these was one of them that unfortunately didn't make it through the heat, and my record came a little bit warped. So I was happy that they reissued this because I've been wanting a new one in my collection. So, and here is the vinyl itself. Looks pretty spectacular. If for some reason this is sold out on Relapse's website, which I don't think that it is, I'm pretty sure other labels or other stores will have it. They've pressed a lot. In fact, I don't think it even has a pressing number, so they probably pressed enough so that way your local record stores could also get them in stock. Vinyl Altar is really good about getting Relapse pressings in stock. They have some sort of a distribution with them, as well as Blast Beat Vinyl. This is where Blast Beat Vinyl, you can definitely get them on there for sure. So that's the first one, and then the second one is the long out of pressed self-title Suffocation. I have had this on CD only. and it was incredibly hard to find on vinyl for a decent price. I think people were selling it between $80 and $100, even more than that, which is just crazy because in my honest opinion, this is a good album, but it's not their best album. So I don't really understand like the resale value for that, but whatever. That's another conversation. So this one is a custom color in color with the splatter edition. These terms. So here's the jacket, as you know, band on that side. And then this comes with a bifold inner sheet, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, that's right. There you go. And then the record itself looks pretty cool. I really like this splatter. I think it looks awesome. And let's see here. I know I'm re-sleeving on camera. All the people are yelling at me right now. Sorry. And then here's the splatter. Looks awesome. Turned out really, really good. So yeah, those are the two latest Suffocation reissues from Relapse. Now, Nuclear Blast also reissued Pinnacle of Bedlam and Blood Oath. I showed those off in a collection update not too long ago. Those, I'm pretty sure, sold out on Nuclear Blast's website, but Blast Beat Vinyl has them, and that's where I was able to snag them. And I'm also pretty sure they're on Amazon. So yeah. So that is 4 Suffocation albums that got reissued this year, between Nuclear Blast and Relapse. So the 2 EPs and 4 full-length albums. So that's amazing. So I am 1 album short of owning all of Suffocation's albums on vinyl. That is their latest one of the Dark Knight or whatever it's called. I can never remember what that album is called. That is the only one I don't own on vinyl, and it's not hard to find right now. I just haven't, really cared enough to go find it. I have it on CD. I've been okay with it for now, but maybe I'll snag it sooner. I have a feeling that's also probably going to get reissued by Nuclear Blast fairly soon if they've done the other ones. So, okay, so now moving on to my other favorite death metal band, one of my other favorite death metal bands, and that is Nile. Relapse just reissued these, within the last month, maybe even sooner than that. And yeah, Annihilation of the Wicked. Again, another album that I've only owned on CD. One of my favorite Nile records. Still brutal as hell to this day. I was so pumped to get this. So hell yeah. And this is still available on Relapse's website. That's where I got this from. I don't think it's sold out. I think there's actually 2 different color variants to this too, I'm pretty sure. But I just grabbed whatever the first one popped up on the website. I said add to cart. I didn't care. So this is a gatefold. The lyrics, backside. It is a double LP. The D side is etched, and I will show you that. I'll try to show you that as best as I possibly can on this camera. It is this really nice, red and gold, splatter edition that looks really nice with the album cover. So that's one LP. And then the other one is the etched side one, which, nice touch. Nile has a little bit longer songs. It's fine that it's a double LP. So I was glad that they didn't just leave it dead wax on the other side. They actually etched the other side. And it is very, very, very nice. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, it has the Nile emblem and some pictures of the snake and says the album title and stuff like that. So pretty cool. So yeah, that's the reissue of Nile Annihilation of the Wicked. Again, I was really pumped about this. The next one that they also just reissued again. So they reissued this 2 years ago or year ago. It sold out quick. You can't find it. It sold out. And this was In Their Darkened Shrines. Admittedly, probably my favorite Nile album. I go back and forth between this and Black Seas of Vengeance. In terms of nowadays, Amongst the Catacombs was obviously one of the first albums I ever heard in terms of death metal. I talked about that in my last video. But since then, since I've been listening to Nile for all these years now, I tend to pull this one off the shelf the most. So I was really happy that I finally was able to get this. Like I said, they just reissued this not that long ago. That is completely sold out. It's been selling for stupid amounts on Discogs. And I just was happy that they reissued this one. So this is also a gatefold double LP. So there you go. And then this side. And this also has a printed inner sheet. The other one did not, with some lyrics. And then this is like a pinwheel splatter thingy. I'll just show you one because for the most part they look the same. But it looks pretty cool. Yeah, the other issue that they did was like a mergy blob thing of like an olive green and black kind of one. That looked good too. But this one's pretty cool too. I like pinwheel splatters. I think they look awesome. So yeah. That is the Relapse reissues that have just recently come out and I've been super pumped about. The next one is a Cosmic Key. What is it? Cosmic Key Creations? Yeah. Reissue that I got through Hell's Headbangers because this label is, I can't remember where they're based out of. Does it say on here? I don't remember. Somebody will correct me. But they got the licensing for it. And yeah, this is Sinister, Diabolical Summoning. Yeah. One of my all-time favorite death metal records. Wes Benscotter artwork that is probably some of my favorite work that he's ever done. I had to have this. I was very late to ordering this. I was kind of nervous that Hell's Headbangers would have sold out because this is a pretty popular album. I'm pretty sure they're sold out now. But at the time of ordering this. So actually, I ordered this over a month ago. And what happened was I had it sent to my old P.O. box. I didn't realize when I made the order that that's where it was going. My P.O. box has been closed for a little while now, but that has had mail forwarding to my old address I just moved from. So they tried to forward it to that address, and that address had a forwarding to my new address. So then the post office was like, fuck this. We don't know what's going on. We're going to just hold it at the post office, not notify me at all, not leave anything in my box to say that they had it, and then charge me for the shipping because apparently media mail doesn't get forwarded for free. I did not know that. So I finally remembered, oh my God, I ordered this record. Where is it? Because it's not like Hell's Headbangers to not send me something. I know that I got the shipping notification and it was being tracked through like an app that I have. So I finally looked at it and I'm like, oh, it's being held at a post office in a town that I don't live in and they're making me pay for the shipping again. I was like, God damn it. And I don't live close enough to a post office to go and sit there. And if you know about some of the post office horror stories, you tend to sit in long lines because they usually only have one or two people working the desk. And sometimes they don't know where your packages are when they're being held. It's kind of annoying. And that's exactly what happened with this situation. I went there on my lunch break, was there for 45 minutes, pissed off because I was standing in line forever because they only had two people working at the counter. And when I finally went up there and talked to the lady, I showed her the tracking. I explained to her. She still had no idea what the hell I was talking about. And like made me write down all my information and all the stuff. And then she went into the back and came back out and asked me another question again. And then went back to the back. Like it was so goddamn annoying. And then she finally came out. She's like, here it is. You owe $4.95. And I said, why do I owe $4.95? You didn't do anything with it. You literally just held it here. And she said, because we don't forward media mail, you have to pay the shipping. Whatever. It was worth it. I got it. It's not warped or anything. So yeah. It is a really nice reissue. A nice gatefold. A nice matte finish gatefold of just, it's got that black flooding in the jacket. And then it is, I don't really care for the splatter, but I don't really, whatever. I'm not a big fan of the clear splatters. I just don't like the way they look. But whatever, it sounds good, and that's all that mattered. So this was recently reissued. I don't know how available it is, but I figured I would show that because, hey, it's reissue season, and you should know it was reissued and be on the lookout for it. Okay. So that's that. Relapse, Cosmic Key Creations. They also did another Sinister album. I'm blanking right now. It was their first album. I can't remember the name of it. Might pick that up because I saw that Hell's Headbanger still has that in stock, so I might actually pick that up next time I get paid. The next two are Nuclear Blast reissues, and these are two of my all-time favorite death metal, progressive death metal, technical progressive death metal albums that I've only owned on CD and was like, I'm getting these. This was like a no-brainer, and that is Atheist. So we've got Piece of Time. This admittedly is probably one of my favorites. Okay, I like all their albums. They've reissued all their albums, but I grabbed the first two, but I still need to get the other ones. And I think those recently just came out, like within the last week or so. So, as you can see, limited to 1,500, so they've pressed a lot. Has a nice printed inner sheet here. And then this splatter is absolutely gorgeous, and it sounds spectacular. For all you people that claim color vinyl sounds like garbage, it sounds fine. So yeah, this one, this is on Amazon. I think it's on Nuclear Blast Euro's website, because I think the US website is still down. Like, they've been doing maintenance on it for weeks, but they're around. They also reissued the CDs too. So, and then here's the back of the jacket. So, grabbed this one, super pumped about. I love these albums, love this band. Definitely should do a deep dive of that band someday. And then I'm sure you know what's coming next is Unquestionable Presence. I love this album too, but these are the two that I probably listen to the most in terms of Atheist, which might be the case for everybody, but Element and a couple of other ones I need to grab that I know that they've reissued and they've recently just come out. So this one is the same deal, printed inner sleeve. There you go. And then, oh, the gorgeous splatter. Oh my God. Look at that. It's just spectacular. So good job, Nuclear Blast, on these reissues. They're gorgeous. So that is everything that I have to show for the reissue season updates. I did just get Dismember. I did not get the box set. Unfortunately, that sold out. I was not able to get it, and it was really expensive. I don't think I would have been able to get it anyway. Oh yeah, here's the back of the jacket. But they just reissued the EP and the first two albums, and I grabbed them. So they're coming. Probably have a video showing them next week. And those are probably some of the reissues that I'm most excited about, with the exception of the Atheist and the Nile ones. I love Dismember. So yeah. These reissues are here. I will link everything in the description where I've gotten these. Don't quote me if they're out of stock. Like, things go quick nowadays. But thankfully, Nuclear Blast and Relapse have been doing a really good job of pressing a lot of copies for things, so that way people are able to get them. I mean, I think they have the funds to do it. So yeah, there has been some reissues on Earache, and people have asked me if I've gotten them, and I have. But they're not here yet. So when I get them, I'll show them off. Earache is one of those labels that I kind of am hesitant to buy from, because I don't always enjoy the quality of the stuff that they press. But these albums were kind of crucial, so I grabbed them. So that's all I have today. I will see you guys in the next one.